this one opens this way, I want to get this one to open this way. Just like I did over here, I'll put a flower or something on this side. The little flower, a little ribbon, and then another pocket on the back. Welcome back to Patty Loves Paper. I'm Patty, and I am working in my Steampunk Alice in Wonderland journal today. And not too long ago, this journal we're still in the process of, so it's not finished, but not too long ago, I put these pockets in, and I made this cute little, I don't know if it's a folio, I'm not really sure what you'd call it, but I made this from an envelope. And I thought it came out really cute, and I thought I want to make something similar to go on this side. I don't want it too matchy-matchy, but I want it to be similar. So I'm going to do that today. I did cut out all my pieces. Everything is inked up and ready to put together. And I may still make some little changes, but I just want to show you. This is, and let's move this out of our way. This is a little pocket here, and inside the pocket is this cute little popsicle stick with a cupcake liner paper. Here it's got a little clock and some 3D flowers and a little piece of a t-shirt, not a t-shirt, a shirt that's probably 25 years old, that I probably could have given it away, but I don't think it's in style anymore, and I also don't think it was in the best shape, so I decided to use it in my junk journal. So it goes in its little pocket there. Of course, we have the white rabbit. We have a little bit of burlap with the Mad Hatter's hat, and there's a little pocket there, and on the back side is the rabbit again, and it says down the rabbit hole, and there's a little pocket right here. So that's what we're going to kind of not duplicate, but make similar. And I have all my pieces cut out, so let's get started. So I didn't want to put another clock, so I thought I would use these butterflies, and I have 3 butterflies. These two are very similar. I don't know, maybe they're identical. I don't know. And I have some more scraps of the shirt. And let's start by inking up. This is a little bit of script stamp. And we're going to stamp on our popsicle stick. And we're going to do both sides. Not bad. You can see. And we'll do the other side too. I think that's right side up, but it's hard to tell because it is, I think it's in a different language than what I speak. So, yeah, very nice. All right, so we'll set this aside and get that cleaned up later. So I'm going to put I thought I would layer these cupcake liner, so I have 3. One's open and 2 are folded, and I'm going to glue those to the back, but I thought it would hold my material a little bit better, so let's start with that. I don't want it too far down. I want to make sure it sticks up a little bit. And then let's do this one. Uh-oh, we are full of glue. So Christmas is over. It's now the day after New Year's, so it's January 2nd. I hope everybody had a good holiday. I'm not going to butt these up against each other. I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap. right there. And then I'm going to put my material down. We had a nice New Year. We went to my sister's for Christmas and got to spend some time with her family and another one of my brothers. And then New Year's we went to my nephew's house and got to spend time with that family. All right. So we're going to glue that down. And we'll glue this down. And we'll give that just a second to dry. And, you know, at first I thought I would kind of bring these kind of down like this, but I think I'm going to do something a little bit different. I think I'm going to glue this small one onto this butterfly and kind of make it look a little 3D if possible. So let's see if we can do that. I don't want it too much, but I do want it to be just a little bit three-dimensional. We might have to put a little paper clip on that one. See if I can find a small one. Let's see if we can do that. Nope, missed it. All right, let's see if we can hold that down to glue it in place. And then I think we're gonna go ahead and put this on. And I'm hoping this helps with holding that material in place there. All right, I also want to put this lace. So I think I'm going to do that now. Let's get this glued down first. Let's see how we want to do that. Might want to just have that to the side. Yeah, I think I want to do that. And I don't know, but we might have to put a paper clip down here and get this to dry. Let's see. Just to hold it in place. All right, while that's drying, let's put a little bit of material on the back side. I think that's what we want to do. We can always trim it. I think we're going to add another layer of glue here. We can always trim it if we want. I'm going to hold that just for a bit. Whoa, again. All right, hold that down. All right, we're going to have to let this dry a little bit because this does not want to cooperate. Let me get a little more glue on here. See if we can get that to stay in place. All right, and then we're going to put this aside and let it dry. Okay, it's a new day. I decided to let all this dry, and then we had dinner plans, so when I got back I didn't feel like coming back upstairs. So everything is dry now, so we'll pick up where we left off. Let's see. We have this little 3D butterfly that we glued yesterday. So we glued our lace down. And then I think we have some little pearls to go in there too. Let's see if we can glue that in. I'm going to cut these apart. Alright, we'll try to get that going. Let's see, where is our glue? This guy doesn't feel like it's glued down too good. We're going to put a little more glue on that. So, I would love to know if you like to junk journal, and do you do it? Do you junk journal with friends? Do you have anybody that you share this art with? Because I really don't know anybody that likes to do it. I mean, I have a lot of support from family. They love to see my work, but nobody is really interested in making them like I am. And that was my little puppy making all that noise. Let's see if we can get that to... So I would love to know if you know of anybody that loves junk journaling as much as you do, or let me know in the comments, do you just like to have the journals and use the journals and or watch the flip throughs? And let me know if you've been enjoying the flip throughs, because I've been enjoying sharing them with you. All right, and let's see, maybe we'll put another one back here. We're going to let that dry. Let that dry really good. And then we'll put this one on the back, maybe with a piece of lace. Maybe we'll do that. Let's see, turn this around. Yeah, I think I like that. All right, so now let's get started with our project. So we have our envelope. Close up the glue so we don't dry it all out. We have our envelope, and I've already inked part of that. So this one opens this way. I want to get this one to open this way. So let's see what we have. Put a little paper clip on this. Try to hold that down. All right. So I have some similar paper. I think we ought to put this on the inside first. So I already pre-folded that. And you can see I have my little lines where I want everything to line up. So let's glue this. Let's glue the big piece down first. All right, and then let's get the edges. So that's really why I started this channel, to try to interact with other people that love to make junk journals and talk about junk journals. And like I was saying, I have a very supportive group, family and friends. They love to let me talk about it, but they're not as interested in it. They just are interested because they love me. And then, but for them to interact, no, that doesn't really happen. All right, so that's our inside piece, so that our envelope is all covered. And now let's see what we have. So I think we're going to glue this here. So and that's going to extend the flap of our envelope a little bit. Okay. And now we can decorate that, and then we can decorate the inside of it. All right. So let's see what we have. I think I want to, let's see. Do we want to do that? No, I think I want to put this at the top. Okay, so we're going to put this here. And we're going to make a pocket out of this. And then our lollipop butterfly will go right in there. Okay. And I thought I had all of this inked up, but I guess I don't. So let's ink this piece up real quick. All right. All right. And then I think what I want to do is put a little burlap. Let's see. I think that's bigger than we need it to be. We just want to be a little bit of burlap. So we're going to cut that. So we'll put that on last because I want to make sure I don't cut it too short. So we have this piece that goes here. And then this will go here, and you can see we're going to line up the rest of her dress here. And then that burlap will go right here. All right, so let's get that glued down. So I want to make sure I don't put it too close to my fold. So I'm going to come in and really crease that good. And then I'm going to fold it back on itself. Okay, that way I can really see where that edge is and not put it too close to the edge. And if I need to trim it, I can trim it on this side. Okay. And then we're going to bring this right here. So we'll get that kind of close to the edge too. And then her arm and her dress be just like that. Oh, and guess what I did? I closed up my pocket. Oh well. It's a junk journal. We're going to keep on keeping on. All right, I think that's good right there. So what I'm probably going to do is get another piece of paper with this design on it, and then put either a pocket here on the side or here at the bottom. So I'll have to reprint that digital. But you know, sometimes that happens. All right, let's glue this down. And that's kind of what junk journaling is all about. It's not worrying about perfection. It's just enjoying playing with paper and making something beautiful with what you have. Oops. Let's see. Did we get that? Nope. Yeah, we got it. Okay. Now we're going to trim a little bit of that off. Is that straight? Okay. All right. right there. And we're going to leave that little tail hanging off, and then just like I did over here, I'll put a flower or something on this side. Get a nice bit of glue on there because it has to stick to the burlap, and I don't want it to come up at all. Let's get some of that extra glue off. And it's probably coming out of this burlap also, so let's try to get some of that pulled up so it doesn't get everywhere. All right, so there we go. There we have our front piece, and our inside piece, we just need to come back and make a pocket. And I think I want to put a piece of lace here, so I'll have to get a piece of lace. All right, and let's work on our back piece. So we have this piece here, and I love the colors in this piece. And we're going to have to ink that up, or maybe we'll put some lace there. All right, we're going to lay this down. And we're a little bit off on this side, which is fine. We can put something there, or we can trim it. And we're off at the top and bottom, so we're going to trim that too. And then we can just re-ink that. I think I'm just going to ink that side. All right, and then we have this piece, which is a duplicate of this. I'll also put some gold splatters on that. I don't know if you can see it. So we're going to make that into a pocket and line that up with her dress. We'll have to trim it again. No? Yeah, we will. All right. All right, I think we have that lined up with her dress. I like that gold. I put a little gold in her hair too. All right. Let's see what kind of trim we have. We have this bit. I could certainly use that. Let's see. We don't have very much of this. It might be a little bit too much. It might affect my pocket here. Well, I guess we could do it in two pieces. But let's see what else we have first. This might be pretty. Trying to look for something that has these colors in it. Oh, I kind of like that. I think I want to go with that and maybe this on top of it. Let's see. Oh, yes, I think I like that. Okay, let's go with that. But we're going to do it in two pieces so it doesn't affect our pocket. I think my bits of scrap ribbon and trim is overflowing. I guess I need to make some more journals. Let's see if we can get this closed up. Okay. All right, let's see how we can do this. So we're going to even this off. That didn't get very even now, did it? I cannot get it even. Probably need some fabric scissors. All right, let's see. So I need it to right about here. Okay, that would be our first piece. We can trim it at the bottom, and then our second piece, we'll start it right at that, right inside that pocket. And then we'll trim it. Keeps moving on me. Okay. Let's see if that'll work for us. I don't want it too close to the fold because I don't want it to affect my fold. Okay. And then we can trim that at the top. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue here at the top so it doesn't unravel too much. All right, pups. All right, pups. All right. And then we'll put this piece here and we'll trim it at the bottom. Get that lined up. All right. Okay, I think that's good. Oh, it's got to come down just a little. Yes, okay, that's good. And we'll trim this piece. And then we will do the same thing with this one. Try to get that centered, but if it doesn't get centered, it's really, really okay. It might not stick. I might have to go get my fabric glue, but we're going to try to make this work. Usually our glitter glue does well with fabric, I find, but okay, and let's get a piece up here. And we'll get this lined up. And then I think I want a piece of lace here. So again, I don't know what we have. Maybe we'll put some ribbon. This would match her dress. And that's pretty. I wonder how it would look if we did the same thing with the little flowers. It's just about the same size. Let's try that. And then maybe we'll glue this to the I think I like that. Okay, so I went and cut another piece of this paper so I could make a little pocket here for us. And let's just ink it up. And we're going to line that up. Line it up with her hair and her arm. And you don't have to do that. I just like to line things up so it's hidden a little bit more, because I like surprises in my journals. So we're going to glue this down. Is everything sticking well? Yeah, everything is sticking well. All right, so we're going to glue this down. And again, that's just the beauty of junk journal. You make a mistake, you turn it around and make it work for you. All right. And then I have a little flower. So I think we're going to put that little flower there. I think I'm going to ink it up just a little bit. Just give it a little definition. And I'm going to glue this down. You might have to ink this side too. Maybe we'll put it in a little bit more. Let's try that. All right, making some progress. All right, let's check on our butterfly popsicle. It's drying very nicely. I think I want to put a little, maybe a little hemp ribbon or bow. Let's see if we can make a little bow out of that. And we'll glue this down. I like that. And then we're going to glue that other butterfly on the back. Let's see if we can get that to stay. And maybe we'll put a little ribbon on that too. All right, see if we can get our butterfly. I like that. I think that's very unique. It's cute. I'll trim that up just a little bit. Maybe trim this up a little bit. I like it. It's very cute. All right, let's put a little bow on this side too. And again, you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. It's just a cute little craft with me idea. And can use what you have and make it your own. I don't think this ribbon is glued down. So I think we're going to glue this to the wood and let it hold down the ribbon. I mean the dress. The shirt. Whatever it is. All right. And we'll cut a little bit of this off. All right. Yeah, I think that is really cute. Okay, let's finish up with maybe some tags to go in. Let's see. These are just some odds and ends from the collection. It might not even be from the same collection. So I think I'm going to trim this off a little bit, and this will be a pocket for a tag for that pocket. And maybe we'll put a ribbon topper on it. Let's just cut it. Is it still glued well? Yes, it is. All right, and let's ink that up. So I started out by saying we had everything inked up, but I guess I really didn't. Sometimes the best laid plans don't always work out. All right, we're going to have to see what kind of ribbon we want to put on there. I think I have another little flower scrap that we can put on this one. Get the back of this. All right, let's see what we can put on here. I think I'd like the blue. Actually, maybe I won't put anything because of the way this pocket is. I think I'll just leave it just like that. And this, I have this little scrap. Let's ink this one up and we'll glue this down. And maybe I'll find a word to go from the collection to go on there. Let's glue this down. And this will go in this pocket. So what ribbon do we want to use? For this, do we want to use the same thing? Yeah, maybe so. All right, so let's put a little hole here. And let's see if we can use this. Let's see if we can keep in with the butterfly theme. I think that might do well there. I'll just glue that. I think that would be very nice. Okay. Now the only thing is we may want to change that ribbon. Because even though it's going to go inside of here, let's see. Got some sunlight coming in. We've been full of fog all morning. Actually, most of the week, too. Since before Christmas. So, let me close my blinds. All right. All right, there we go. Okay, we got another one finished. I don't know why these videos seem like they're such a good idea, and then at the last minute it just seems like they're so difficult, but we got through it again. So here's our two little envelope, kind of folio-like envelopes. And let's see, I think I want to ink up this side here. Just get rid of some of that white edge. All right, so just to recap, I closed up my pocket on the inside, so I had to put another one. So when we pull this out, we can see there's our Alice. We have our little butterfly, steampunk butterfly popsicle stick, just for decoration, just something whimsical and cute. Our Cheshire cat, the little flower, a little ribbon, and then another pocket on the back. So let's see how it goes in our journal. We're coming along. We're almost finished this journal. Not quite, but almost. And there we go. our Cheshire cat, and our white rabbit. Thanks for joining me. I hope you'll leave me a comment, maybe like and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. I hope you're enjoying junk journaling with me, and I hope you'll join me for my next video. Until then, bye-bye.